Like they'll think you're not taking one as serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't think it just,
We haven't
like
seen it, but I feel
anybody
like it's
that
happened.
started rapping, anybody that started podcasting that was rapping, I don't look for their music as much anymore. I'm like, oh, they've transitioned. You know what I'm saying? And it's fine. It's nothing like bad, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna be as excited for the music. Also, it makes you like a little overexposed. You know what I'm saying?
I like 90s Mystique, old school Denzel
Yeah.
Washington. You don't even know what type of nigga Denzel. I didn't know till recently. I'm like, oh, nigga from the Bronx, from Westchester. I was like,
Yeah.
New York.
Even in today's
Love
time,
Denzel. I love this nigga before I even knew what type of nigga this was.
Yeah.
Cool.
you think I don't
I like
think you
separating the art from the artist because sometimes it's like WWE with this rap shit. So,
Yeah.
it's like, man,
I don't think you could be like mysterious in today's time.
You
I don't think
can't.
that works.
It doesn't, and I think
It works for Kendrick.
well, because he built that up, but it doesn't work, bro. You can't build a fan base being Mystique. It's crazy. Niggas want to know everything about you, bro. And it's like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's all drugs.
It's harder. It's definitely harder because people always want more.
Yeah. I think Kendrick came at the right time because if he came now, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I think
at a
it'd be
different
tough.
time. Yeah, no, he came in a time where hip hop was like, niggas were still listening. Right? I was like 13, 14 when I was probably like 10 when I first heard Kendrick, the Compton State of Mind. So when was that? Like 09? Like that's when
And that was kind of like as social media was becoming.
Yeah. It was. I mean, hip hop was just different. I feel like niggas just rap different at that time. Like rap was like, people still cared about like rap to a certain extent.
You would like have to like battle rap.
They were still swaggy. They're swaggy
type
artists.
shit.
It's like racks on racks on racks was coming out. Shit was coming out, but it was niggas still cared about rap till maybe around 2014. And that's when niggas was like, all right.
The rap. Now y'all
I really don't
too
care
much.
about this lyrical miracle nigga. I was in high school, so I remember kind of the switch where it's like, I like 90s hip hop, and then I remember kids being like, we slapping Uzi, we slapping Chief Keef, we not slapping no.
Yeah.
I remember being like, damn, I like 90s hip hop. That's weird.
Yeah, nah, you're right.
It's kind of like,
Wait, guys, we're live. This is Suburban Podcast.
Hey.
We got two special guests. I'm really excited about that. I've like fallen in love with this man's career. But he goes by the name of Rosecrans Vic.
Hey.
Another special guest, Big Swift over here to my
Swift.
right. I guess you guys can introduce yourselves. I'm horrible at this. Wendell knows it. We're gonna get it right one day, guys. This is the thing on the pod. Like I'm just not good at intros.
Yeah.
I think next pod we're gonna let you do it because I'm not good at it.
It's just a lot.
I can't do it.
Yeah, but like it's fine because really like
it's
what
a lot
I
of
like-
glazing.
it's-
I'm super straight on it. Bro, it's like, yeah, sorry.
No,
It's like
it's
a
cool.
podcast.
It's cool because like if you're not like great at one of those things, it's like there's different roles I've learned. It's like there's like A and a B mic, and neither one makes you like superior or inferior. It's just like who's driving the car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you could also like be the dunker to somebody's alley oop. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
like, you don't have to be the greatest at that if like you're in your bag at other shit. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like in the podcast world, or the podcast I watch, they just don't be doing intros. Like it just starts off and they just be talking.
They
You know what I
talking,
mean?
I feel you.
It depends. It depends if it's more of like an interview. You want to get to know. If like the fans want to get to know our artists, I feel like it's good to get like a introduction. Because sometimes I'm just like, who is this nigga talking? I don't even know.
Fuck it. Introduce yourself.
Never heard. All right, yeah. Southeast P, man. Tri Plus rappers out now, man. Yeah. That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
What about you?
I'm Rosecrans Vic, Brown Bag Mornings, Power 106, Brown Bag Podcast, Crowned with Hat Club. Do a lot of shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Professional joint.
Yeah. All
10
time.
years in the game.
Come on, man.
LA media.
Talk that shit, P.
It's me.
Professional joint, when you get that tag?
man,
Just
been
right
there.
now. We've been joints though, really.
Ain't John.
That's like we've been talking before we were joints. We're joints.
Yeah,
you know
we're
what I'm
joints.
saying? Now it's like it's certified, but you know.
Yeah. I love it. When do you have something?
No, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy Wendell, aka Beeman. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for this interview. I know we're gonna talk about a lot of great stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got two amazing individuals that we'll be talking to, so I know this is gonna be a great show.
Yes, sir.
Love.
Vic, did you ever think you was gonna be on the radio, bro?
Hell yeah.
No.
Answer that for him.
Nah.
Thought you had a radio show when I met you, bro.
Yeah.
You
but-
always wanted to be on the radio.
But the
I
thing
don't-
was when I started, so I started 2013, 14 at Long Beach City College. And right at that moment, there wasn't, for me, I didn't see a path of like being on radio. I always though did want like online radio. To me, there was when Dash Radio was around, I was like, oh, I just want a show on Dash Radio. To me, that was like the biggest shit. There was like this thing called White Label Radio, and this dude, I forget his name, but he was on it. He would play whatever music he wanted. He would host it. It was like an hour long. To me, that was like the ultimate. I was like, I want to just do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that would have been all the success in the world. And, eventually I got my own show on Dash, and then I was like, oh, there's more to get. But even then, when I got the shit on Dash, I still was like, okay, now it's like switching to podcasting. Online radio was still cool, but it was like podcasting is kind of coming around. So I had to put all my shit on SoundCloud so people could listen to it.
I remember that.
But there was no jobs in radio in LA back then. Everything was sold up. It was Big Boy, it was LA Leakers, and it's like fell. So you're like, how the fuck would I
how am I gonna
dethrone them? You know what I'm saying? Like, where would I even fit in? There was only one station at that time. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I'm not gonna be on Power 106.
Like,
how the fuck can I do that?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just do some other shit, but similar,
like
online.
A nigga like me don't even know nothing about the radio. See, that's how you know he wanted to be in the radio, bro.
Yeah,
like,
but I didn't see a
He knew the whole game.
How you know
everything was like, I'm not.
I'm a radio
I don't
like,
even know nothing about the radio.
I listen to AM radio, like sports talk all fucking day type shit.
But I understand what
he's smart.
Rosecrans talking about. But because what happens is like playing sports. Like you hope to get there.
Yeah, but you never think.
So tell us how did you get with Brown back?
Sure.
Shit. It was like it was a long journey to get there. It was like a lot of like left turn, right turn, left turn, right turn, and then all of a sudden I ended up in the right spot. I had no idea, really. I had my own show, Rosecrans Radio. I was doing, from Dash for a little while, like maybe 2 years. That's when I really like interviewed every single person in LA media or rap, like any person that was like adjacent to it, I would interview them. I'll bring them in. And that was me like just making myself like a real like staple in the community, So it was like interviewing Shoreline first, interviewing the Stink Team, you know what I'm saying? Breaking down their lingo on a podcast for the first time ever. I asked them everything. What's this mean? What's that mean? What's this mean? Interviewing just, One Take Jay, interviewing, anybody you could think of is like, that was what I was doing with Rosecrans Radio. And then that ended. I went independent. Then I had a podcast deal.
Wait, Rosecrans Radio wasn't independent? It was backed?
I had a 6-month period where I signed a podcast deal, and I was recording out of the Intercom building on Wilshire.
Bro, you've been eating a long time.
Shout out to the homie Big Steel. He does the what's that shit called? Forgetting.
Shout out Big Steel.
Gangster Chronicles podcast, right? So he's doing that. He was like Glasses Malone manager, and he saw what we were doing, and he's like, I want to sign a podcast deal. And I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Try it out for 6 months. So I was recording out of like 94.7 The Waves fucking
I do
studio.
remember pulling up. I didn't know what you was doing there.
I was recording.
I was like, why
Vic just been doing shit for a long time.
That's the homie that does shit.
At a K-Rock, K-Rock. Like, I would go in after hours. So, like, I would be in there after everybody would leave. I'm in there type shit. You know what I'm saying? Eating all their fucking snacks. And, like, it was a crazy time. Now that I look back at it, like, I was really in the building. And that was, through that partnership. That ended. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not really feeling just where Rosecrans Radio is at the moment. Like, I'm going to just pause this. Maybe I'll circle back to it. But I was just, I wanted to focus on other things, like bigger production.
What was the thing in your mind that was like, because I think it's hard for people to pivot. That's probably one of the things I'm not good at, which is worked because I just relentlessly kept going with something. But like, what in your mind was like, nah, I'm a pivot now? I know it was, obviously you felt like it wasn't working, but why?
Yeah. I just feel like I had interviewed everybody that I wanted to interview in LA, like for, not in terms of like all the big artists, but, that didn't really seem too attainable at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, if I fucking, what am I going to do? Like another interview with, this artist or that artist? It just, to me, it got like stale. And I'm like, okay with leaving things there in the past and going for something else. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think like I would never return to it, and shit, maybe one day I might like just resurrect it or whatever. But I was just like, I need to like pause this because the energy is getting kind of stale on it. I'm not in love with the content I'm releasing right now. I feel like if you make content, you should make some of your favorite content. You know what I'm saying? So like
you
I
gotta be
wasn't
big.
at the time, so I was like, I gotta try something else. And from there, I took a little break from that, just doing other shit with Rosecrans Media. I was doing a lot of like public relations PR for different labels and shit at the time too. So
throwing shows, doing a bunch. Like, bro, it's like this nigga's been doing shit like for a long time.
So I focused more on those things, and then I had a meeting with Adam in like February of 2020, or maybe it was like February 2020, like a month before like the whole world shut down, and he was like, hey, like I want to like expand No Jumper, like I want to have more hosts come on here. I want you to be one of the first people that have like their own show besides me. Like it's just gonna be you on it, not me.
Had you already had a relationship with him?
Yeah, I had been building a relationship with him since 2017, where I kept running into him at like backstage at like Shoreline shows.
Okay.
That was kind of like the genesis of like all the like shit you see in LA right now was like really harnessed in like 2017.
Just in the backstage.
Just
like,
backstage.
like
Me, Swift were backstage.
Sure.
You see Soul, the owner of OTR, he was backstage, Cypress DJing. Like it was just all happening at that moment. You know what I'm saying? So with all that, I was just making myself like useful. I was sending him artists like, yo, you should check this out.
For sure,
sending
for
him
sure.
videos.
He posted one of my early music videos.
Yeah, I was getting a lot of LA music, cool. LA artists music and videos placed on the No Jumper channel, which was like a big, deal at the time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I was doing it like off the strength, off of love. Like I wasn't making $1 off of it. You know what I'm saying? He would sometimes start to charge the artist, and I wouldn't charge no middleman fee. I was just like, I'd rather just have this relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Are you charging middleman fees now?
No, not really. Okay. I don't really.
If the bag isn't big enough for that, right?
It's not. To me, it's never really been too worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather just kind of have the favor. Like, shit, remember when I looked out or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So how important is relationships to you? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you could have charged money, but you didn't.
Yeah.
How important is relationships to you?
It's everything. Like, to me, it's more important than money. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the relationships will get you all the bags. You know what I'm saying? And I have seen people, I become fans of people, and I'm like, yeah, like I want to bring value to them as much as I can. So I'm going to work on it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to make myself available to bring any type of value that I can. So with him, it was just a long time coming. Like he knew I was solid. The other thing that was key is like, if you ever are like on that, working your way up the totem pole, it's like you have to like gain your own respect and don't be just asking for shit. You know what I'm saying?
You have to have leverage.
I never really asked Adam for anything, and I think that's why he fucked with me so heavy. And we would run into each other. I was working. I never tried to like ride his coattails or anything or anybody's. Yeah. Like I would run into him in Rolling Loud in Miami. I'm working. He's interviewing artists at the Audio Max stage. So am I. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting booked. I'm going to Rolling Loud New York. So is he. You know what I'm saying? We're running into each other backstage as we're interviewing artists. So it's like you're gonna gain some respect. You know what I'm saying? After a while, it's like I see you doing your thing. Like you gain my respect. I keep seeing you pop up. This guy's not going anywhere. I respect it.
Sure.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
for sure. Yeah.
Consistency is for sure. You should get respect from that.
What about you, Swift? How'd you jump in the
and jumped? I'm not in no podcast.
Well, the music game. You make it real clear.
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah. How did you meet Swift?
Oh yeah.
I met Swift 10 years ago here in Long Beach.
Yeah.
When I was doing the first iteration of Rosecrans Radio at Long Beach City College, I was just trying to interview anybody I could, anybody that I was like a fan of their music. And mind you, I have 0 listeners, so nobody's fucking with me.
I was way more booming than this nigga.
You gave him a chance.
Oh, I was a joint in Downey. In Downey, I was in high school. I was in high school.
Yeah, he was still in high school. I met him. He was like 17.
Yeah, I was in high school.
And I was launching my radio show. I wanted to interview local artists. I had a little homie that told me about his like little homie. He's like, oh, there's this dude, Big Swift. Like he's booming. In Downey, like he got like 10,000 plays on SoundCloud, which was huge at the time. That's like damn near. You think like that's like a million plays now.
Lit in high school.
Oh yeah.
I was a joint. I was never in high school, but I was like in high school.
Yeah,
like
a joint, huh?
So I heard that, and I hit him up on Twitter. He was like, I want to do like a radio interview or something, and I was like, what's up? Like let's do it. Let's do an interview. And then he just ignored me for like 2 weeks.
I mean, it's just a random ass Twitter page with an R like says Rosecrans on it, like, yo, let's do it. I'm like, what's up with these niggas? Like, Rosecrans niggas on me? Like, I fuck with Rosecrans. Like, what's up with these niggas? Like, I live off Lake with Rosecrans. I got homies right there. Like, what's up, nigga? I'm not, you know,
so he straight like ignored me. And I hit him up again, like, yo, like, let's do this interview. And then he was like, all right, fine. And then so he finally he pulled up to Long Beach City wearing the ugliest shirt I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah.
I probably still haven't.
The swagger.
Oh, you knew it was trash.
Oh my God, bro!
It was my first. It was my first clothing brand that gave me like a sponsor.
That shit was trash. I'll never forget it. That shit was blown.
What's the name?
It was. I still
shout out to homies Growing Gardens.
Growing Gardens. I was about to say that's
Growing Gardens.
Bro, it was a black shirt with weed sleeves. It was weed sleeves, bro.
Are they still like?
I think the homie does like different shit. Like he makes rugs. I don't think they're like. But shout out Growing Gardens because they were the first, like literally clothing brand that ever
that was
give
the
me
ugliest
clothes.
shirt I've ever
like
seen.
nobody, and now I get nigga what? No, but like literally back then it was like who's giving out free clothes? You know, like boom, just get a free shirt or free anything was like, oh fuck, niggas want me to. I just felt like. You know, I'm about to be famous. Like, you know, like they gave me a free tea. I'm lit. You know, so I don't know. Like, it was ugly as shit. Now I look back on it.
When did the conversation start? Like, all right, I'm gonna be your manager.
It wasn't until like maybe 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of just flowed into it. It probably was like 2 years because at first he started just booking me for shows. So he was throwing shows, and he was like. And honestly, like everybody booked, like I was the only people bringing out like artists, like fans, like, and I was young because I'm young, so I'm bringing out the homies from high school to bring out the homegirls. You know, we're still in high school technically, you know, so it's like I have a younger crowd. So, but I wasn't booming in no real way where I had like a.
It was a lot of local buzz, like
super local. It was like, but it was enough to have.
He was the rapper.
50, 60 people. It was enough to pack out, and that's what that nigga needed at that time. Like, damn, I need someone to at least push these tickets, sell 50 to 70 of them. Because these other 5 artists I book is not. So I was just young, pushing, and he just seen that, and it was just like, we became friends, like, you know, just like, boom, like, oh, like, I'm sending music, hanging out, like, boom, boom, it's just like.
Mind you, we went to the same high school.
Not he's older than me. You know, he's like 5, 6 years older than me.
He's the same exact age as my sister. We went to school with my sister. I didn't know that until later.
I grew up with his sister since I was young. Like, I've known her, like, for years. You get me? So, like, it was just, like, weird, like, oh, that's your, like, oh, shit, you know?
I was like, I think I posted a picture with Swift, and then my sister's like, how do you know Cameron? And I was who the fuck is Cameron?
Don't say her name on the pod.
We're gonna put a
But I was like, how do you know him? You know, she's like, I went to school with him. I mean, not really, because he was never in school. And I'm
I went to Downey High for like a year, and then I got kicked out, and I didn't go to school. Well, I went to like 2 different. You know what OFL is? OFY? Like those options for youth? I just feel like super, like kids are just random as, you know, they get kicked out of the school district. So like I had to go there. I got kicked out of there. So a nigga just really was just like, didn't go to school for a bit. But I knew everybody in the city. So niggas thought I went to Warren. Niggas thought I went to Paramount. Niggas thought I went to Bellflower. Niggas thought I went to Downey. Niggas thought I went to Linwood High. Niggas didn't know. I didn't go to school. I was around the age you should be in.
Bro, what was you doing were you
I was hanging out, bro. Like, I don't know. I was just hanging out, bro. You know, I never was.
Who? Like, who?
Where were you at? You know what's funny? I would literally wake up and I would wait till 2:50 got out, walk to the mall, link up with everybody. Like I had something. Like a nigga was in class or something. Like, what's going on?
You would get ready to start your day at 2:50.
For sure. Oh my God, that was all my 15 to 16 till I got bored and I was like, bro, I want to go back to school. Like, what's up with the bitches? Like Facebook is cool, but I need to be in class. Like,
if you go back and look at his Facebook post, fucking
don't ever look at
from that time. Like he's literally sent us screenshots of like, look what I was doing fucking 12 years ago, and I'm fucking dying out laughing like the shit he was saying.
Yeah, it's just outrageous. I don't even want to repeat because it's just not that time. It's 2024. You feel me? Say the shit you're saying.
What you not going to school or doing all? What got you into rapping? Like, what was like, this is it?
I always loved music. So like I was making music when I was like 14, 15. My brother Terrence got me into like an actual studio for the first time when I was like 14, 15 and in the IE. So I was out there fucking with the IE. Like I'm from the Southeast. I'm from Downey. So like my brothers is from the IE. So they took me out there. I recorded when I was like 14, 15 and then it just kind of like, I recorded in East LA with the homie Siphon when I was young, 15, 16. I just always had a passion for recording music. I just fell in love with it right when I did it. And I was like, I'm good at rapping. Felt like I was good at rapping or acting or like, you know, I was in the arts, you know, like I'm not one of them niggas that's like, no, I'm just too gang. Like, nah, I love the art, bro. I'm a movie nigga. I watch movies all day, get high all day and watch movies. So it's like, I always wanted to be in some type of shit like that, you feel me? And then music just kind of like spoke to me, and it was kind of like a driving factor to get bitches in high school. You're like, oh shit, like, you know, and then it just kind of became what it was. And, you know, you find out you have a real passion for it, you know, and this long in it, it's like, yeah, it's like, bro, it's not for clout. It's not for money. It's really a real passion. It's something I really do, you feel me? And I, you know, I do got some clout and I do get some money from it now.
Nah, you doing? I went to the album release party, which was dope. I walked.
Yeah, man. I was like, my nigga Scottie here. What? I mean, yeah, I only comment on Instagram on bro. I was like, he's lit. I was like, nigga's a real person, bro.
It's funny because as I was hitting Vic up, I had hit him up to be on the pod. And then, like, we're literally texting, and we're at a Hit Boy. They had, like, a movie release.
The documentary. That shit was sick.
Yeah.
Bro,
shout out my nigga Hit Boy. That's the homie.
Yeah, shout out Hit Boy. I'm literally texting Vic, like, we're like, 11 a.m.? Like, yeah, all right, bet. And I look over, and I see, like, Vic's head. I'm like, is that Vic over there? It was we was in the same spot. And then we bumped each other. He was like, yo, come to the release. And it was dope, man. It was hella dope. And then your brother owns that store.
Yeah, my brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law. Yeah. That shit is crazy, bro.
Like, the sister he knows, like, you know, that, like, I mean, the sister I know or whatever, like that's his you know, that's her shop too. Like,
exactly.
That's it.
So it's like it's all family shit. Like it's really family shit. Like I've known this nigga since I was a kid.
He knows my whole family. I know his family.
Literally, like I met him when I was 7. You meet someone when you're like 17 and you're a kid. You know, you meet a teenager. You know, he was a little older. He's 21, 22, but he's still young in his own respect. You know, he just had a kid. You know, it was totally different. We were in totally different circumstances that we were in.
Yeah.
So to just grow with each other, and he never left me out. Like the times I was struggling, going through things, like he never left me out. And when, you know, every time he progressed, he just, hey bro, come with me. Hey, you know, and that's been our relationship since I was a young nigga, you know. That's why I got that niggas back. That's why niggas be so surprised why it's like, why is there a nigga just barking for Vic all the time on the side? It's like, bro, it's my brother, bro. Like, like nigga, this is not a nigga that just start like seeing me a year ago and was like, hey bro, you're about to be a star. Let me jump on the wave. Like, no, this is someone who ground up helped build me, like helped really build me as an artist. Like, you feel me? Like, really like in the studio, I like this song. I don't like this song for years, bro. Like for years.
Yeah, we done been all across the world together at this point. Just like on some regular shit. Not even like it's sometimes been rap shit, but like we went to Puerto Rico like to fucking vacation. For real. You know what I'm saying? With my sister, my brother-in-law, him, like
my girl,
the other homie Ramp. Like,
it was a good time.
Literally, we just like we've been to Miami. No, not Miami. We've been to Atlanta. We've been to New York.
Yeah, all my first shows, like you feel me, like
Connecticut.
All my everything I've ever done rap wise, music careers first is because of bro. You feel me? And I just gotta like, you know, you gotta
and it's that loyalty that's like I talked about at the release party. It's like, bro, it's the same way he feels, like the same way I feel, because he fucked with me and wanted to do an interview with me when nobody else did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just starting out. I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the people that I met during that period of my life are still in my life, my everyday group chat.
Yeah, we're
you know
locked
what I'm saying?
Like my
producer, shout out to Sal
producer he locked me in with.
Yeah, I literally introduced him and Sal Trees, shout out to Sal, to each other. Because the homie was making beats, he was rapping. He's like, I need to finish this project.
And we're all from the same area. And there's no real rappers or rap producers. There's no real music. There was no music scene in Bellflower or Norwalk or Paramount or you know, Whittier. Sure. You know,
so we had to create it. Like literally, we had to create it. And you know, the homies were solid back then, and they fucked with me back then. So I'm like, man, these are my dogs. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter what, like. I climbed the ladder and
he didn't realize what he was getting into, getting a homie like me though. Like, man, I done had this nigga squabbling all type of shit. Don't think this nigga is a swear from Delaware. He's really not. Like, he's really not. When you let him podcast and be an interviewer, but like, don't think he's a pussy. I wouldn't be hanging out with a nigga like that.
When you wait,
trust me.
Yo, imagine if Vic squaring up and going.
Yes,
bro, we've got
what? You can't imagine that. That's the funny thing, nigga. This nigga squabbled before, like he done thrown the punch before me on a nigga throwing a punch on me, like a nigga nigga straight like try to fire up on me. I'm like Mayweather. I was like, oh, I lost. Right when I was like, I was like Mayweather uncle. I was like, Roger Mayweather.
I broke my fucking pinky on some fucker's face. Like,
don't get it. I'm not saying this nigga's the best fighter. I'm not. Do not get that. Do not try to UFC niggas. Do not come in the DMs like, well, let's see something about that. No, he ain't the best fighter, bro. But you know how he say, you know, because I'm half Mexican. You know, we Mexican fighters, they fight. They don't give a fuck if they get punched. Nothing.
They tough.
He Mexican, bro. Like I'm half Mexican. You know, like
everybody would understand me more if they met my pops because my pops is like the most non-nonsense, no bullshit. Like just.
Yeah,
everything is serious to him.
Yeah,
like
very old school, respectable. Like you know, like Cart Club. You know, rider. You know what I'm saying? So that still talks about the city of like Lennox, homie. Like,
and so it's like
we're in Bellflower. He's been here for like 30 years, gang. Like,
to me, like he's always been the most intimidating person in the world, right? So it's like I had to deal with that before I walked out the door. So it's like nobody's gonna scare me out here. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm telling you. Like,
so it's
he's
like,
not a pussy. Like,
you know, and like that type of shit. Like when people try to like play me, I'm like, bro, like I'm not saying like Swift said, I'm not the toughest guy in the world. I'm not the best fighter, but it's like you're not about to play me either. You know what I'm saying?
Like, listen, I'm gonna get one in.
He's gonna throw some little punches, like little sobbing bomb punches. Oh my god, they gonna be fast as hell. They gonna but you don't. They're not gonna drop a nigga. I ain't seen him drop a nigga. I done seen him punch several niggas. I seen him break his hand on a nigga. He's never seen him drop a nigga though. Like distance fighter. He's a distance fighter. You know, like,
but hey, they all connected. I hit him with the 6-piece. Who hits people with a 6-piece?
But it just it's like no real power behind the. He want me to come through and be like, I'm like really, like, you know.
I had the what's bro's name that just fought fucking
Jaime Munguia?
No, not Munguia. What's bro's name that just Haney? Devin Haney. I had the Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Maybe not too much power behind it, but it's gonna connect.
He connected. Every time I see him throw a shot, they connect. And he's not a confrontational guy. So it's like you really gotta either like punch. You either I gotta be fighting and he's jumping in, or it's gotta be like a dude literally like jumping on this nigga. Like, you know, he's the biggest chill. Like he gonna talk it out. He gonna, you know, be cool with you, do a podcast with you. He gonna do something else with you before fight. You feel me? But it's like when he do fight, he gonna fight you. He's not.
He got some size too. It ain't like
he's not just gonna get bullied up like like it's no. He's gonna fight you, bro. Like I seen this nigga squabble at least 4 times, 4 or 5 times.
For real?
Yeah,
when's that like? I ain't fought in years, dude.
And he older than me. That's what I'm saying. He older than me. I understand.
So he bringing the energy. There.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't bring this shit on.
It's this guy.
He didn't understand what he got into getting a homie like me. That's what I said.
You what? 24?
I'm 27, 28.
20. Okay. See, it's over at 28.
Yeah. Well, I'm done.
All that fight is like,
I'm done. Yeah. You're out. That's what I'm saying. We've been friends for a decade. You know.
Yeah.
But growing up in LA,
you squabble.
You gonna do a little fight.
You gonna squabble with somebody, bro. Like, you know, it's like I'm not saying like I'm a squabbler either. Like, nigga, like that's not. I like rapping, bro. Like, you know, like, but I will squabble. Like, you know, but just niggas always try to play like, you know, because he's a podcaster, he's on the radio, he's super square. It's like, bro, like I wouldn't hang out with a nigga like that. He's chill, like he's a cool nigga.
Yeah.
Bro, like, you know
So Swift, with you rapping, what artist or what person would you like to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
In LA or just in general?
Just in general.
Bro, I'm open to work with anybody. That's always like a hard question to answer. Like I like a lot of female artists right now. It's dope. Like I'll fuck with like a Bia.
Come on, give us
or
one.
Like, you know, I fuck with
like they may hear it and reach out.
Yeah, I fuck with a Bia. I like a lot of female, but I'm not just, you know, I like Detroit artists, you know, like a Babyface Ray.
That's hard. Babyface.
You know,
what's
like
her name that you were slapping? Anicia,
like she's hard. Like
she's
from Atlanta. See, like I'm always slapping up like early on underground shit. So it's like I like a lot of just random shit. Like you get me? So I work with a lot of people, bro. It's kind of a hard question.
Yeah.
Vic, where did you? Because you say like, you know, y'all went to Miami. When y'all went to Miami or Atlanta.
Yeah. I had shows. We did shows. We did shows in Atlanta. We did shows in Texas.
A3C.
That's what I'm saying. B-More, I had a conversation with B-More. When he was like bringing up Ty Dolla $ign and YG and that wave, he said the thing was always to like kill the clubs out here and then they'd go to Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So they build the buzz through clubs and then go to Atlanta and like once they get it out there or another city,
you could get it cracking out there.
Then you crazy.
Yeah.
So my question is, well, 2-part question, because now the clubs I feel like in LA are like dead. So that's not really a good method.
It's not really
So one, how do you blow up in LA, blow an artist up, and then 2, damn, am I forgetting my question? Oh, 2, like where did you learn that strategy of like how to blow up an artist, take them over to this city, and then like where did that even come from?
For me, I just like knowing LA, like growing up here, I see how we're like very reactionary in LA. Like if we see like somebody doing something, we're gonna hop on the bandwagon. Like we're Laker fans, right? It's like we'll ignore the fuck out of the team for 4 years.
No.
Okay. But you know what I'm saying?
No. We're Laker fans.
Yeah,
he's a boo-boo Clipper fan.
Okay.
That's crazy.
All right. Well,
that's just crazy, right?
You just a contrarian.
That shouldn't even make no sense.
You just don't like this shit. You just don't like
wait, we're gonna get off track if we start talking. Like,
yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay. So basically, like we like to hop on a bandwagon, and I'll be straightforward and honest with, like, I'm one of those people. I'll ignore the Lakers for 4 years when they're trash. Swaggy Pierre, I won't watch them. And the minute like we get LeBron, I'm watching every game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, our people, like, we're like that too, right? So I always thought, like, you know what? People aren't gonna respect you as much until you go OT and start making moves. So it's like, it was a marketing tactic that I just inherently, like, knew. So one of the first things I ever did that was like, I was like, how do I set myself apart? Because I'm interviewing people, so are other people. I'm like, how do I really set myself apart? And I'm just not local media. I'm gonna be a media personality, to LA, but also like the rest of the country, whoever's paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was working at Wells Fargo here in Long Beach, and I was working at
a bank.
I was working at a bank.
He's a teller.
Yeah. I was a banker.
I was a banker. I was like, oh,
and
rap shit.
So I was doing that, and I remember Rolling Loud was 2017. It was out in Miami. It was before it even came to LA. So I was like, damn, I gotta go. I gotta be there. There's gonna be so many artists to interview. So I requested the days off, and I'm like, I need 3 days off. I need to go to Miami and interview artists out there. That way, people back home in LA will respect me more, and they'll like the interviews I'll be able to pull here will be just a lot bigger. I'll grow my name that way. So I remember they denied my days off, and I went anyway. And I was calling my manager from the airport, like, sorry, I can't just make it. Okay, now boarding. And I was like, I gotta go. Like, and I'm just like, damn. But I took that risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went out there. I went to Shoreline was performing out there, so I'm like, okay, boom. At least we're gonna interview Shoreline. At least we're gonna be with them. The homie Marcos was their video guy. Cypress was their DJ. So I'm like, we're locked in. I did one of their first interviews, so I'm like, let's do it. We go out there. The content. I'm with the homie RIPT Swish. I'm with the homie Parsa. I'm with like Reem Riches. I'm just with like all these like
all the folks. Yeah.
So I'm like, we're doing that. We're having a good time. And then I come back to LA, and it's like, oh shit, like he went out to Miami to do interviews. He went to Rolling Loud. Like I got interviewed.
You did the groundwork.
Yeah, like I got footage of early Gunna performing. Drip or Drown. I got fucking XXX Tentacion. I got to see his performance.
He said his name Spanish as hell.
Yeah, I never
said it. Tentacion. Damn, bro.
I got like footage of him early. I interviewed like Kaz backstage that time, like Greedo. Like it was just a bunch of shit that I'm like, I gotta set myself apart. So when I saw that worked, I'm like, that's gonna work all the time. Just on a bigger scale, because that was like my career in journalism, but I'm like a rapper going out to do a show in Miami. People in LA are gonna be impressed.
Yeah.
Damn, you're going to Miami? Like you're going to fucking New
booming.
York to do a show? Like that's
we out
impressive.
there struggling. We out in New York.
We're out there
taking
12 in a room type shit. Like
even shout out to homie Rucci. Like they took me on my first shows out of state. Was with Rucci. They took me to Rucci one take. They went to where did we go? Arizona to do it, like a college show. And I was like, nigga, I'm dressed in a full jean jacket. This is Arizona. I'm
That's
like
crazy.
400 pounds in a full jean jacket outfit, like sweating to death. I'm just trying to they're just like, we'll get you one song in, bro. It's cool, bro. Like, just pay something on the Airbnb, bro. You good. You can slide with it. I was like, say less, bro. I got bet. Fuck it. I'm down. I'm going to open up, bro. This is right before Hello came out, right? This is that time when everything's going up. So it's like, they were like the first people to embrace me and take me on tour. So I seen like, the wave, like going out, what it means to go out, like even before I was like ever even a factor on the lineup, like I was going out, seeing things like, oh damn, like this is
work.
This is how it works. You get me? But the thing about LA is what niggas is, you could be a star in LA and you could just stay here. You could just stay here and be a superstar, bro. Like this is the capital of everything, bro. We you could be a superstar in LA. I don't know how many people in LA is. I don't want to say the fucking number, but it's a lot of motherfuckers here, bro. It's not like a random
like
state.
3 million,
yeah, it's a 3 million motherfuckers here, bro. So like if you be a star out here, you could damn near be a star anywhere. You know, that's how I look at it. So you could be a home based star and kind of just grow your shit. And I feel like that's always been my career, just building myself up and like, you know, really from the ground up, being organic, never really paying for like I've never paid for a feature, never done like the rapper S type thing. We've always just done things from the ground up. Like, all right, I'm gonna do my shows, I'm gonna get these fans organically, I'm gonna fuck with the homies, the rapper homies I like, the niggas I don't like, I'm not gonna do something, you know, even, you know, just that type of shit. And I think he's always just always brought me along. Like every step he's doing something, like, hey, I'm doing it, boom, you know, and it's just been that like connection. You get me? So everywhere he's brought me, everywhere he's been, I've been too. So it's like shit. Like that's why it's like I don't podcast, and it's cool because it's like I'm not trying to be a podcaster. Like he's not trying to be a rapper. Like bro, you know, it's like it's two different. And he's like, you know, he's a smart guy, so he's concerned about my career. He's really good at like taste, man. You know, he's a good critique. So it's like he's not gonna be like, oh, he's not a yes man to my music, nothing. You know, so it's like people like that you need on your team.
You guys ever like bump heads?
I wouldn't say like for real. Only when this nigga doesn't come through with the shit he said. It's never me bumping heads with him. He's my manager, so it's like he's middlemaning. You know, he's fucking king middleman. So you know he's middlemaning something, and I'm like, bro, what's up, nigga? Like, what's up? You know that, but it's never like I'll never get. I'd rather trip on a random nigga on the street, sock him in the head before I trip. I ain't gonna trip on Vic about nothing, you know.
So
even when he fuck up.
Vic, do you still go out and do the things that you did earlier in your career, or you've pulled back from that a little bit?
I mean, it's easier and it's harder now, right? In a way, because like the morning show has me like tied to LA 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I want to travel, it's on the weekend. But like, man, like I'm getting older, dog. I'd be tired. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could go to like, you know, name that city for the weekend and like do some content and shit. But it's like, man, I'm tired, dog. Like I need a rest too, type shit, you know?
Yeah.
But also like it is important, you know, to go out there. Like I've actually traveled a lot more this year than I did last. And, you know, I went to Miami and, you know, made some connections out there. But it's also like now people just kind of expect me to be places.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work the
when
same.
I go places, I'm like, where Vic at?
Yeah, I'm like, it doesn't hit the same as before when it's like, oh my God, where is he next? It's like, I'm in Chicago, I'm like backstage, or I'm on stage at a fucking Spanish festival, and then it's like nobody's batting the eye. It's like he's supposed to be there, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little different, but it's like just what you do. Like I have a content piece coming up in New York that I'm really excited for. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like a big production. So it's like that is gonna, you know, work in that sense to where it's like, okay, like, you know, he can do big productions out here, but, you know, going out there, you know, in a whole different market and doing stuff like that will be looked at as like, oh shit, like he's doing his shit, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like I said, it's easier and harder because it's just the shit that got people, you know, excited or built hype back then is not gonna work as much now. It's more expected.
You're right. So what's been your best and worst interview today?
Let me see. Best interview. Every time I'm asked this question, I always come to mind is like Smokey Robinson. Like, I interviewed Smokey Robinson, dog. Like that shit is like forever. Like put that shit on my tombstone, dog. Like Smokey Robinson, like he was so nice, bro. Like and interviewing him and being able to talk to him was like a real like dream come true. My dad listens to oldies in his lowrider, and we listen to his music growing up. And he's literally like he fucking built Motown, dog. Like that's like Smokey a music legend. That's a worldwide legend. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just the fact that he was so nice, the fact that I got to ask him like really cool questions. I got to tell him that Mexicans love his music, in case he didn't know. And he was like, we love. He gave like the coolest, like most political answer. He's like, yeah, like, you know, that's cool. A lot of different, you know, like a lot of different types of people like my music. And I was like, I don't even care what you say, dog. That's just, you good. I get it.
We got it. We got one in for a lot of our songs.
I got to tell him.
We got it.
And then like worst interview, I don't know. Okay, I'll tell you my worst interview. It was in Miami, 2000. I don't know if it was 17 or 18. I was doing interviews at an Audio Mac installation, and it was crazy. I got to interview Lotto. like early on.
Damn.
Lil TJ.
Coldest in the game.
Yeah, maybe it was 2019. I think it was 2019. Yeah.
Bro, Vic's had some judges, bro.
Yeah.
He's had some like, I got Sexy Red at the studio.
Yeah.
Like she's not popular. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm chill. Like,
everybody.
I'm like, damn, I missed that. I could have been. No, I got a girlfriend, bro. I was gonna pay for it.
But I had to interview this dude. He was a Spanish singer. I can't even remember his name. He was like a reggaeton artist in Spanish, but he was Puerto Rican. So if you know about like different dialects and lingo, I'm Mexican. He's Puerto Rican. Like we damn near speak different languages.
Yeah, I do.
Because of the way that he speaks it is not the way I understand it. So we did an interview, and it's, mind you, it's not live, but I'm in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cameras are rolling, like. And
Vic speaks Spanish, but he's a no sabo. You know,
I speak Spanish, but like not that great. You know what I'm saying? So he's telling
not to keep up with a Puerto Rican dude.
No,
Puerto Rico, like
talking fast, and I'm like, it was just the worst interview I ever had in my life. Like I was like getting stuck. I'm like, I don't even know what he just said. It's loud as fuck. I was like, I don't know, dog. I hope they never put that shit out in a million years. They didn't put it out like at the time. They just scrapped it. I was super thankful for, because I would have just looked crazy. But yeah, it was that. It was the language barrier, and like just I didn't fully understand what the fuck he was saying.
Sick.
Yeah.
You what do you think? Because I remember you were telling me, this like really opened my eyes. You had like referenced, where were we at? I forget where we were at.
Mm-hmm.
But you referenced like just the type of media that they were doing in like New York,
mm-hmm.
right? Like street interviews, or like even like NYC talk or whatever that shit is. Side talk, yeah. But like you had referenced a lot of stuff that wasn't happening in LA media. Mm-hmm. So what do you feel like now is like kind of the wave, and how can LA media change up what they're doing? Because I don't think our media is that good.
Just shoot Dejan Paul in the leg again one more time. Shoot him in the leg.
You don't like Dejan?
That'll help.
I'll slap the dog walk. I will dog walk that fat girl, that homie.
He gave you a bad grade or what?
No, bro. This nigga gave me the best grade. He wrote a big article, said I was one of the best artists from the 562 out in 20. This is like 2019. He wrote a big article about me, glazing me, but I didn't know he was on that side of the time. You know, so I was cool. I was like, oh, it's love. You know, it's cool. You know. Boom, and then he just started going sideways at the homies. He don't know that I'm like,
oh yeah,
he was going sideways on. It had nothing to do with me. He ain't say nothing bad about me.
Okay,
nigga loved my music. Nigga was on my, you know, like, hey, you hard, bro, blah blah blah, like, you know. So and then just it was just fucking. He just went at Vic, and he went at Letty, and he just went at the like just. He just went at a whole my group of people, like the homies. Like I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna slap the shit out you.
I mean, he's like the divide in the LA media.
Bro, he's the worst person ever, bro.
Yeah,
he's like literally the worst person ever, bro. Like, why is this? Why do we allow his like who?
Yeah,
he literally came out of nowhere with report cards. Like I said, I never went to school. You think I'm gonna respect a nigga report card now? I didn't respect report cards when report cards were real, bro. Gang, like, you think I'm gonna respect this nigga's report card? Like. It's like no offense. It's just like, I mean, all offense in fuck him. Like, yeah. What, nigga, what?
No,
like, he's a fucking loser.
To that point,
that's it. Shoot that nigga in his leg. LA media gonna be better, bro. Get that nigga out the paint.
It is very it's very divisive right now, you know, and it has been for the past, you know, I don't know, 2 years. You know, I would say like with the No Jumper stuff, and then like Fig Community World, and back on Fig. Shout out to, you know, T-Rel and AD and Duno and punning them.
They're killing it, bro.
Yeah,
that's just tight.
Much love to them. And I don't have no problems with Adam, to be honest. Like and Laura, you know, shout out to her. Josh, like I don't talk to them often or anything, but like, you know, it's no bad blood between us. But it's to me it's just we're focused on the wrong shit. We're focused on shock content. We're focused on, you know, a lot of like, you know, politicking on the mic, and it's like. Like they do not do that shit in New York, bro. New York is light years ahead of us in every type of way in media, bro. Like,
you know what's weird? Like even I think our grassroots. I was on that same wave. Even like the shock shit I did with Brown Bag and shit. Like obviously I'm not meaning it, but I'm like, all right, this is how you get the views, and I'm going at people. I'm going at Roscoe's and shit.
There's a good balance, like. You know, like the Roscoe shit, I saw a lot of people like were outraged, but I thought it was funny.
There's no point. There's no point to be
I thought it was funny, like
a darling of everybody. You don't need to be a darling of everybody.
Yeah,
but there's a line. But what I realized is like even like we had Buddy on last week, and then like you, and then when I went to Brown Bag, I'm seeing like oh, these guys are, even in the shot content you guys do, it's like, I'm like, they're coming with it from love.
Yeah.
Which, I wasn't doing that first. And I had to get there and learn, like, it's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a difference.
It's a big difference.
That's why I've always respected Vic's podcast. Like, he's not he's not going at like, oh, this LA beef is going on where I'm gonna put this on Rosecrans. He never posted nothing, no beef when anything was going on, like content wise, which there was a lot of content sure people would like to see and hear. Yeah. He was never on that type of time, bro. He ain't no CIA agent. My nigga not no CIA agent.
Yeah, I never got into like posting the rap beef shit. Like even locally, you know, like I was always aware of it, always in tune, but I never thought it was a good idea to push that narrative because, bro, I've seen too many of the homies die, bro. Like I'm 10 years in the game, bro. I can't even name how many artists I've interviewed that have died, bro. Like tragically.
But that's a
you know what I'm saying?
To
like,
that point, we did like a Draco, Who Gotta Go, Draco or Blue Bucks, and like you and Gina killed me, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was hot at the time.
Yeah.
Fast forward, we know what's happening. I'm like, I get it. Like I understand why they took.
Shout out to Gina. Me and her come from very like similar sentiment because we started around the same time. I looked up to her so much. Still do.
Gina,
like,
she's always been killing it. Like
she's
was
lit.
like killing it back in the day.
And they on Sirius now.
Shout out to her and Head. The name of their show is
Effective Immediately.
Effective Immediately. That shit's so fire.
Shout out DJ Head, man. Most West Coast dude ever. Bro. Like, I look at him, I'm just. I'm not even from the west. I'm not even from the west side area of my area. I'm from the southeast. I just dubs, nigga. Like,
I hit him. So the Kendrick,
I don't even say. Don't say more than 2 words in him every time I see him, bro.
I didn't get the Kendrick ticket, so I'm like, yo, like, what's up?
I was about to hit him too.
He was like, he didn't say nothing. He was like, West Coast. I'm like,
you know what that means, but like
some tickets busting right now.
Oh shit, yeah. We come from like that similar cloth. I feel like. Where it's just like, man, we know these people in real life. We know things that we don't reveal. You know, we're in tune.
Everything's not for the internet, for sure.
Me and Gino will call each other like, you hear about this? Yeah, okay, cool. We're never posting. We're never talking about it, bro. This shit is too real to us. She grew up here. I grew up here. We're outside. We talk to people. We have real relationships.
That's the thing. The people that are doing that crazy shit, they didn't grow up here.
They don't go outside.
They just didn't grow up here. They wouldn't even fucking know that it's dangerous. People really have a really obscure view, especially when you move out here, like, and you're just in these nice areas. Everywhere is kind of beautiful in LA. They built it like that. They put palm trees in these neighborhoods.
Nice
everything looks nice out here. So it's like
palm trees,
bro. That's what I'm saying. Houses, palm trees. They're like, it's no tough guy. Just so it's like it's really. I feel like the media that's not from out here. That's kind of like driving, or even the media that doesn't get that much attention. That's what they do. Like the media, even like the small media companies in LA, like like seeing some podcasts in Orange County, like or the IE, they're always like saying IE. It's just like it's just always stuff like that. It's like they're just controversial for no reason. You know
they don't understand how real it could get.
Yeah, how real it could get. Like you guys are playing with people's lives. Like you shouldn't even be playing with like this person hates this person or this person. Like these are real people. They have real homies. These is like everybody's connected in LA. Even if you're from over here, you're gang affiliated no matter what. You could be the most squares from dude ever, bro. Like your uncle, your cousin, your homie's uncle, your homie. Someone is connected and you're tied into somebody and there's some type of love there or hate. So it's like, bro, don't even fuel that shit. Like, don't even fuel that shit. And he knows better. So that's how he moves. And it's like, I feel like every other media company that don't move like that, it's just that's how they move. You feel me? But
so what you know what I'm saying? New York having, you know what I'm saying, a great culture as far as the media space goes. Yeah. How do we get there as far as LA? You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot that we're missing, and we just talked about shock value. How do we get to that point where New York is as far as media companies?
We have to build viable companies and cultures, and they have to be sustainable. Like if you think about it, the reason why New York is like so much better, it's because they had a huge head start. You know what I'm saying? Like
they did.
We just had radio for a long time. And then, we have like when I did Rosecrans, it was literally because we didn't have it.
Yeah, it was like there was a void. There's a void. There's no one throwing shows. Void. Like I could say from an artist point of view in LA, it's like it's a void. It's like there's no platforms to really boom up and go crazy if you just go on and it's like you go on there. You're gonna go. There's nothing in the city like that. There's there wasn't.
So it's like that's been my I guess you could say my my goal this whole time is to just leave LA media, LA rap, LA culture in a better place than I found it, you know, because I look at a New York and bro, they have fucking Double XL, they have Vibe magazine, all these headquarters are out there. I noticed that.
Oh yeah, you go to New York and you do a sick promo. You feel like a rapper in New York. That's why when as an LA rapper, you go to New York, first time you touch down and you start hitting I'm in Alamo, I'm in this, and you got all the meetings, and you're like, I'm a rapper. I'm in Sony UMG building.
Can that be in like? Because I aspire for Suburban to be that when you come to LA, but like, is that possible?
It is. It's just the right people have to be in position, and everybody has to figure out a role and like stick to it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because it's like
roles,
there's
egos,
too many people that like are gonna want to be in front of the camera and not enough effective people behind it, right?
Sure.
Because it's like you have the reason why like a lot of these podcasts, you know, out there are so successful is because they have a fucking amazing producer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like sometimes people don't even know what a producer is. I didn't know what a producer was. You know, when I had Mad Lately,
gang, I still don't think I know what a producer is.
So it's a very general term, but it's just somebody that will help produce the show from A to Z. Okay, here are the topics. Okay, we need to have, you know, our cameras in order. We need to have the lighting correct. We need to make sure to clip this up, send this out. Okay, we need to you know, do this, handle the business on the backside, get some ad dollars. All this shit is like, it's foreign to us. We learn as we go. Me as well. I've started to just learn all this and take it on. But there's no like infrastructure that showed us. You know what I mean? Like even No Jumper, and Vlad TV are like the biggest media companies out here. But also like as big as they are,
I didn't even know Vlad was out here.
Yeah,
holy
I mean,
shit.
he didn't start out here, but he's
but Vlad's a legend. But like Vlad did the beef documentaries, bro. I would have never knew T.I. and Lil Flip had a beef, bro. Like when I was in 5th grade, bro. If it wasn't for Vlad, Vlad,
so it's like, you know, respect to them.
The
they do, you know, their shit in their way, but it's like that's only two. But think about all the media platforms that are in New York that have been there for years. You know what I'm saying?
And we're starting to get more. We're starting to get more now. Now it's like, you know, it's like the T-Rails and the AEs and the Bigs and like, you know, there's starting to be more outlets. But I feel like the media outlet, like just from the artist point of view, because I'm not in a podcast and I don't want to be a podcast like dude or whatever. Yeah. Just artist point of view, it just feels like you could go on these platforms. None of them is going to get you to a, you know, you out here, you really have to build up. And I feel like people love tearing down. We love tearing down our own artists out here. But we'll build them up for a summer.
And our own platform.
One summer, and we'll tear them down.
But from a media, like even us, like people try to like, post our music and like, I always have a hard time with it. And maybe, you know, I am like a vanity metric guy. But when we post the music, the audience doesn't necessarily, fuck with they're not receptive to it. Not receptive to it.
So it's like a cat and mouse game. Like everybody's going for the clicks and views, and it's kind of like you lose art with that. No matter what, you're gonna lose art. Like when you're always looking for, you know. But I feel like media companies, from my point of view, just got to look at what the youth is doing. Really focus on the youth. I feel like everywhere else focuses on youth. Like there's like tons of kids that are rapping in LA, bro. There's tons of kids from Wash, from East Coast, from every neighborhood has kids that are 17, 18 years old rapping. Every other city, bro, the media companies are picking up these kids and focusing in and trying to like tell their stories, you know. And out here, it's kind of like, we're just trying to get, you know, I don't want to name drop, but you know, the hottest rapper. That's it. Like we're it's Hollywood. Like, you know, it's literally Hollywood. I feel like niggas just got to tone that down a little bit.
And that's the toughest thing about LA.
Tone it down.
LA don't mess with you, and we've talked about this before, unless you're hot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I like that though.
To my point, like about the
that is, I mean,
you know
that is
cool. Like, it just is what it is. That's the type of people we are. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm any different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is.
But I like that. Because once you get on the other side, it's like you kind of. It's like being a rookie, like or like you know, seniority. It's like I went through it. You got to go through it. Once you're on the other side, like you get the benefits of it.
Oh Lord, being a joint is fantastic.
But I think that hold a lot of artists back here, and this is why other artists from other cities, you be like, how do they come from this small city and blow up? Mm-hmm. Because the city will get behind them and help push them up. But in LA, it's like, I don't know who you are. But just like you said, you have to go.
You'll know a nigga. You'll hear the dude's music for 4 or 5 years. You'll see shit go viral 2 or 3 times, and you'll still be like, I don't know who that is, bro. Like, you'll actually know somebody that knows him. But you'll still be like, I don't know that nigga.
But just like Vic say, Vic had to go to Miami, get interviews, and then everybody like, oh, he popping.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I want to mess with you.
Yeah.
I love it, but it's not when you even now with TikTok. It's not hard to get popping. You just have to.
No.
It might
going
take
viral for a day is not hard. Like going viral for a day, but actually being successful and like having like that's a whole nother.
I just think that's not even. I mean, well, maybe it is. If you know what the people want to hear, it's not hard to give it to them. You know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm saying. That's controversial. Like you know how to like.
It don't even got to be controversial. Just I think right now the space is like just be real. Like even when you like whatever you're doing, interviewing, it's like what would somebody that's not in an interview position ask or want to know? You know what I'm saying? Or if somebody giving you bullshit, like be like, no, that's bullshit. Yeah. The rest of the world's gonna be like, yeah, that was bullshit. Like be real.
Like this. Vic, what's the most ratchet city in LA?
That's burnt. That's gonna get what's ratchet though? Let's define because he's European. So like they gonna get on
European.
like, but you know he white skinned, so they gonna like they gonna be on it like yo ratchet.
What do you
ratchet.
mean, like in ratchet in terms of what?
As far as you tell me what do you believe is the most ratchet city? Because you from here.
Yeah.
What do you believe is the most ratchet city in LA?
Let's say lit, because I don't want to get my nigga in trouble with the black.
What's the most lit city in LA?
Most lit.
There we go. What's the most lit city?
Ratchet and lit are opposites. But I feel it.
You can kind of throw them in the mix though if you get the hand. Like,
ratchet is kind of like dirty a little bit, right?
Yeah, like we're not calling those. We don't want to be like.
There's a dirty city in LA, I think.
All right, name a dirty city. Name a dirty city. I want to hear it. Before my nigga name it, I want to hear one of you niggas name a dirty city. So all them niggas could be on your head in that city.
Downtown LA.
Dare I say the city?
That's not fair. Yeah, downtown LA is dirty as hell.
LA. But what's the most lit city in LA? Like if a person come to LA, what is the city they gotta see? They gotta go to.
That they gotta go to? Ah, man, I don't know. I like. It's just it's always like, what do you want to see? Because that's what I love about LA. There's so much to see, so many different vibes. Like, and then there's a lot of like little hidden cities, bro. Like in LA that you don't understand or know until you get there. You're not supposed to know. They probably spend money to make sure that we don't know about it. Yeah. I moved to Hollywood, and then I had some like white neighbors, and they told me about Larchmont, and I'm like, "What's Larchmont?"
Larchmont Village.
Larchmont Village, and they're like, "It's across the street," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I cross Melrose, and I go to Larchmont Village. It's fucking beautiful, bro. They got a whole little plaza. It's quiet, but you're in the middle of Hollywood. Yeah, but it's a little tuck, and then you go look at the houses. They're fucking beautiful. They got
like Hancock Park.
Hancock Park. It's all right there, right? Yeah. I did not know what the fuck that was until I got there. And I'm like, damn, this shit is lit. I want to raise a family here. But you're still in the middle of Hollywood. It's mind-blowing, bro. Like, it's not no bullshit going on there. And then there's like a city like fucking Marina Del Rey. It's like people don't really even they've heard of it. Have you ever been there?
Yeah,
like
Marina Del Rey
it's beautiful.
I love Marina Del Rey.
You know what I'm saying?
He's giving you the bougie spots. You want to come to LA, bro, go to South Central. Just drive all the way from the west side. Just take Florence all the way down as far as you can.
Oh, you trying to get somebody cars?
No. Like you want to see LA, and then if you want to go, this is my two areas: South Central and East LA. I don't really like those. Are like
I grew up in South Central. He trying to get somebody. You don't just drive up and down.
You can drive down Florence. Like you could drive down Florence. Like you gonna like this is what you want to see, right?
He's saying don't stop. Just
I'm not saying pull up and hang out. Where you from, my niggas? I'm saying just drive your vehicle down Florence. From the start, from there, you're gonna see some crazy shit. In East LA, go in East LA, drive from Whittier Boulevard, from 7th Street, where it turns in downtown, take Whittier Boulevard all the way down to the city of Whittier. You're gonna see a lot of Latino stuff. Look at the buildings, look at the walls. You're gonna run into an Asian neighbor. You're gonna run into a lot of different things. So I feel like East LA and South Central is like the meccas of the inner cities of LA to me. Like, and I feel like I'm not even from those areas. I got, my grandpa's from East LA. I got family from South Central. So that's why I have so much love and recognition for it. And like, I grew up going there a lot, but it's like, I'm from down here. I'm from the Southeast. So I'm from a super secular part of LA. Like people don't even consider it. Like people be like, oh, what?
Growing up in South Central, it felt like Downey was far.
Far as fuck.
Like that's what everybody says.
Two exits away.
Damn, that's far.
And that's foul. And that's foul. That's foul that we do that.
Yeah. Being older, living in the
because niggas in Downey is like, I'm hyped for shit that happened inside. Swaggy P, oh shit, he's in the NBA. Like, oh, didn't he go to Chris? I don't even know. I'm just happy for niggas. Niggas like, you not even from, man. Like, so it's like, bro.
Outcast.
You build that kind of like, but you want to know why I really feel like if you're like a Latino, like you know about Downey. No. I feel like because it's a predominantly Latino city. Like if you're going to predominantly Black or Latinos, any city is predominantly Black is still predominantly Latino in LA, no matter where you go. But it's like some areas are just predominantly Latino or white, and I feel like that's more of the areas like because I'm half Black, half Mexican, so it's like I grew up on both sides. Like I have homies that is niggas, you know, like Bloods, Crips. And then my family's the Southsiders, real cholos, really members. So it's like I seen both, and I seen how people kind of react. Be like the homies from Compton be like, we in Downey.
What's the most common thing between both ethnicities that like most people probably wouldn't think or realize?
What's the common thing? People always try to say family is not important, but I feel like family is like super important in both. Like in the Black household, if you come from like I feel like people sometimes just misinterpret Black households for being fucked up households, and that's not the same. That's not the same. There's plenty of Black house. If you had come from a real strong Black household, nigga, that's granny house. That's rules. There's like it's the same thing.
Plastic on the couch.
It's the same thing as to my nani's house. The same thing as to Nana's house, Thea's house. Like it's the same thing. Abuela's house. It's the same energy. That's powerful. If you have, you know, and I think people just misconstrued being, you know, I'm very pro-Black and I'm very pro-Mexican too, bro. Like, and people always wanted to be either or. And I tell niggas, I'm 100% Mexican, 100% Black, bro. Like I'm both. I'm not about to pick a side for niggas unless we in county jail and then see me there and then you'll see whatever. But until then, bro, like I'm both, bro. I'm both, gang. Like,
wait, Vic. Or go.
No, I was, you know what I'm saying, I was gonna switch it up, but if you know what I'm saying, but I was gonna say, Swift, I know you're in a relationship, but you know what I'm saying, Vic,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How was the dating scene in LA? You know, especially being a celebrity.
Shit is trash. Like,
why?
What stripper you want to date for the weekend?
Because, yeah, like I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I put myself in the position, right? But like, it's like you want to fuck with the baddies and shit, but then it's like, so does everybody else. And this is
you got too much competition.
It's so much competition, bro. Like if you really think about it, me being like who I am in radio and shit, whatever, like that's cool. But like, you know who else lives here? Like fucking NBA, NFL players, bro. Like so, it's like you know, it's
nasty work, bro.
Small fish in a huge pond type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and we all want the same women.
And the coldest part is like being in a position, you might find a low key one.
Yeah.
But then she gets introduced to your lifestyle, and like you're kind of like the gateway drug to the, you know what I'm saying? You just a bridge. Like she come here.
Times that's happened to me,
next
bro.
I don't even want to tragic.
Oh my God,
it's cold.
You know how many times I put them on, bro?
We broke bitches into this industry.
Oh yeah. Now she belongs to the city.
Now she belongs to
every. That's what it is.
Chris Brown, like, yo, I want that.
Every
like,
all right,
you gotta take it on the chin and just hit your Ray J. I hit it first.
You didn't hit first. You didn't even hit close to first. But it's just you just gotta feel that way.
Yeah, you feel like you did. Bro.
I was the first in the industry.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But nobody. She was from Corona. Like, she's from the IE. Like I didn't know. Broke first.
Yeah.
Nah, man. She been, you know, everybody knows that. That's the thing. The internet made everything small too. I feel like with I'm not dating bitches. I got girlfriends, so it's like I'm chilling. But I imagine, you know, it's like small. It's like internet. It's like
weird,
you know,
it's crazy, especially like,
overlapping.
So I just came back from Chicago. I have 100 relatives out there, no exaggeration, right? And so seeing the difference from dating out there and dating over here made me like sick to my stomach, bro, because most of my cousins were all around the same age. They married their high school sweethearts. They have houses.
No, that's the thing.
They have
everybody out here thinks they're gonna be a millionaire in like a week. Everybody's like, next week, my nigga.
They're happy, bro. They find a solid woman. They settle down. They enjoy life together. They get a dog. Like all this shit. I'm like, this shit is beautiful, bro. Like the divorce rate of my family in Chicago is like
none. Like
none,
everybody's locked in.
Nobody's divorced out there. Nobody has baby mamas. LA, bro. My tia got 3. I got 1 baby mama. Like you know what I'm saying? 4 divorces. Like it's like, bro, and we're only one little sector of our family. Yeah. And it's just like it's so much more common out here. At least I feel like for you to grow up with like divorced parents, or even like you have a baby mama, you know, or whatever, like a child from a first marriage type shit. As opposed to over there, bro, they live like very happy in, you know,
small lives. That's the thing.
Nuclear
it's like
family, and so out here,
it's smaller areas. You gotta understand. It's like I guess when you're out here, it's like the idea of being a star or being whatever successful and you're an entrepreneur, whatever it is. It's just one snap away in your eyes. Especially when you grow up out here, you always feel like, Man, I could have went to the league if I just took it serious, or like you just have that, you know, like you as an Islander, you just have that, you feel that. So it's like it's a different type of energy than a dude in Chicago who's like, I'm probably never gonna find a bitch this bad. I'm 18, I'm about to.
Or it's not even. I mean,
you know, like out here, you know, you're gonna see some crazier, like
you know, like I'll be guilty of this too. It's like, it's not even about like over here. It's like, yeah, you want like a solid woman, but then it's like, oh, but that girl is so bad though. Like, let me see what's up with her. You know, and it's like, you know what I'm saying?
That lack of discipline.
And then when you realistically, like, when you're a joint,
it's all good till she get you back. My bad.
You have a shot.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know you have a shot, so you're like, well, let me see what's up with this, and it becomes like a never-ending kind of chase for like what's the baddest girl I could get. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why you gotta lock in with a baddie, and you gotta raise a baddie, like not raise, but you gotta like grow a baddie, like you feel me, like together, like you know, like you gotta grow a baddie, like y'all the same age and growing, like you feel me, like y'all leveled up together.
I think
like
that's hard to do.
It's hard though. It's hard to do in LA.
So? I mean, yeah,
but it's
hard to do because like again, back to the competition. You're locked in solid with a girl. All of a sudden, Aaron Gordon just follow her. You're like,
that's what I'm thinking. I'd be like,
what the fuck is that about?
If you're starting pitcher at the Cubs, you're like, you're not even in LA. What
how do you don't even like baseball, bitch? Like,
not even in LA.
What are you doing?
OT niggas for sure. No,
you know
like,
what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel like you gotta lock in with a girl though. Like I feel like that's just better. Like you know, you get her to be like, hey, I'm gonna get you that ass you want, girl. Like I'm gonna build that. I'm gonna build your body. You feel me? You locking with
somebody,
and then she gone with another nigga. That's the thing. They don't ever leave you if you really like, you know. I think I feel like the only
I think if you move solid, you'll be good. I think the problem is like, and again, being a joint, like
you have a joint. I have no ex-girl.
Yo, like women ain't crazy. Like she know if you moving a little slimy, and then that just opens, and then it's just a perpetual back and forth.
Yeah. That's its own.
I be thinking I'm slick, and it's just like, nigga,
you're not slick. Yeah, bitches know what's up.
Wait,
females know what's up.
Or go.
I was gonna say, what's your favorite place to take a girl? Like, you know what I'm saying, what's your favorite dinner spot? Like,
don't burn out our spot. Nigga. Did they get the first 2 minutes of it?
No, they didn't.
Nah, they didn't.
Give them your favorite dating spot when you like.
Nah, you
I'm gonna take this little joint to this little spot right here.
I'll say the most, like, if you want to be like low key, I won't say like a spot, but like, I don't know. I guess I'll give like cheating tips or whatever. I don't know.
Cheating tips is crazy. My
girl's on Vic's cheating tips.
This is crazy. Like, baby, it's not the homie. This is not the homie today. This is a random nigga today.
You have to cheat like it's a murder.
Nigga, entertainer.
Like, so you need as least witnesses as possible. So you go to like a small hole in the wall spot. Maybe there's fucking 2-3 tables there.
Why are you cheating though? I thought this nigga said
cheating,
dating,
but I'm just saying, like
just dating or like
I'm just giving.
I like Vic's
I'm just getting cheating tips, like, you know what I'm saying. Okay. So if you don't want to be seen, it's like you have to
low key with a bitch in the city. Yeah, you gotta be low key.
Few of
and you Vic, so you gotta find
as few.
He loves
of
that
like,
shit. Though. He be with it.
No, bro, I don't think
that's joining. No, when you're joining in the city,
come on,
it feels so good, bro. Like I can't lie, bro.
Like the waiter come up, bro. I've been eating the waiter be like, "Aren't you?" And
yeah. No, you know what's up.
You just lied me so cold.
Cold, nigga, you gave me a cold one.
Yeah.
Wait, all right, we stepping on Vic's.
Yeah, you gotta go to like a low key spot, really good food. Make sure it's like a delicate balance of like, you don't want to always go to like the most, Instagrammable place.
Nah, humble bitch. Take her to the movies. Dead homies. Humble.
Go to like a certain spot in like a low key part of town that like you wouldn't run into like a bunch of.
Give me one.
Let me think.
This nigga so high key with his cheating, bro. Like that's why I'm like, what? This nigga he don't be cheating. That's what I'm saying. He just be outside. He's just outside ass nigga.
What's a
like
spot that I liked going to?
Making out in clubs,
yeah.
That's sick. That's sick.
There's some spots in like Highland Park. I'm trying to remember the name, but there's this place called the Goldfish in Highland Park. It's like, I don't know. I like to go to like dive bars and shit. Like, to be honest,
you take a shorty to a dive bar
all the time.
Yeah, you do.
Speakeasy.
It's cool.
Wave right.
It's cool
because it's low key. It's vibe. You get the drinks. It's a little cheaper than like you go to nice.
Yeah, bro. I don't like to be like in the like.
Yeah.
I don't know, Delilah or some shit. Like that shit is just too. It's too high key for me. It's like it's too on the nose. It's like, oh yeah, I heard about it in Drake's song, so I'm gonna take you there. To me, that's just like dick riding.
It's obvious.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay. I think they probably. We got this. Is my last question, and we'll wrap up.
All right.
And I wanted to ask this one. Between like, and I know Brown Bag Radio and the podcast is the same brand, but for you, like, which one has been the most impactful on your career? Is it the YouTube or in the podcast, or has it been the radio?
I would say that Brown Bag Podcast changed my life for sure. Cause it was like always like I've had the fortune of being like real respected in the media space in LA, and like even like I have a lot of like good relationships in New York, and people like respect and fuck with me out there for like the writing that I've done and like the content I've created. But I wouldn't go anywhere and be recognized unless it was an industry event. You know what I'm saying? And to me, like, yeah, like you said, like like being recognized is fun. Like it feels good. But all it is really just a reflection of your hard work.
Your hard work. Like,
you know what I'm saying? So like,
people
think of it like that. Like
cool.
it's like, in a humble way, I'm like, damn, I do love that shit, because that means my work has made it to your eyes and ears, and you fucked with it enough to come up to me. Because I've seen people that I've seen their shit, and I'll be like, oh, that's so and so over there. That's cool.
Yeah, I see the most famous nigga.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, I don't care to like interact with them. You know what I'm saying? So, with Brown Bag Pod, like, bro, maybe 3-4 episodes after we released it, it's like I just start getting recognized in LA on the street by regular, everyday, hardworking people.
I feel like people don't understand how big Brown Bag.
Bro, no,
Brown Bag.
I went to Brown Bag.
Like,
I'm walking around, people like, I see you on Brown Bag. I see you. I'm like, what about
Brown
Suburban?
Bag.
What about my shit?
Yeah, Brown Bag is huge.
Niggas know me from like, hey, ain't you big? I'm like, bro, like, and I'm like, I'm a rapper. I'm like, I'm not a podcast.
Bro, that should be funny when people like, they'll see us together and they'll be like, Rosecrans Vic, what's up, bro? And they'll be like, and it's Big Swift.
And it's Big Swift.
Like, oh my God. Like, it's just like,
because they don't know that Vic is really super into music. He's into A&Ring records. He helped blow up a lot of artists that
people
you
don't even know
like
that side of me.
He's like a whole music nigga. You feel me? And I feel like people kind of just.
But like people don't know me for that. It almost feels like I've had like 2 careers. It's like.
I feel like every rap nigga know. Like LA rappers, they know. But like if you're not like an LA rapper, like you don't know how much Vic really does for us.
There'll be a lot of like just working hard, like everyday people that'll be like, oh yeah, like I didn't know you did music stuff, or I didn't know you released an album, or I don't know you manage artists. Like I just thought you were the funny dude on YouTube.
Yeah, and he likes it that way. He doesn't like try to be like, oh, I'm Big Swift. This is my artist, my artist, my artist. You know, he kind of lets it go organically. Like you fuck with Swift, all right, fuck with him. Like you don't.
So I would say the podcast definitely changed my life, and it's bigger. It gets me recognized. Like I was in Chicago at Sueños, got recognized there by like somebody that was from fucking Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, I watch you from Minnesota, and then I'm like, that's fire. Then I go to a White Sox game the next day. I'm shopping for hats, and this dude's like, oh my God, it's Vic. Like, and I'm just like, damn, that's love, and that comes from like the pod, but also like industry wise and like relationship wise in the industry, like the working for Power 106, Brown Bag Mornings has definitely changed my life and leveled me up so much, because now people don't bat an eye when I interview a Sweetie
or anybody,
a Kalani.
He just like, texting regular shit like I'm with Sweetie, I wish I like. Yeah, the homies don't even. Homies might not even text back in the group chat.
Yeah, now it's just normal. So it's like
it's so annoying.
Things weren't like that prior to Power. You know what I'm saying? So that's given me the access, and I've been able to use my skill set that I built like these past 10 years and like put it into action. And it's like when I'm sitting down in front of a huge star, like I don't feel out of place. I don't feel intimidated to ask them anything. You know what I'm saying?
And just know Vic is a joint, and if he's saying I'm next out of LA and he's a joint, nigga, I'm a joint. Nigga, nigga, Trap Plus Rapper out now, nigga, part 1.
Big Swift, tell us where can we find you and what do you have coming up next?
Yeah, man. We just dropped a tape with my brother, Vic. We just dropped the Trap Plus Rapper part 1. Got a feature with my brother Chito Ranas on there. Yeah, I'm just building. It's the homies, Mala, the gang, like OTR, just Vic, just everybody. We're just working together and building, man. So y'all gonna see,
Trapper
bro.
Plus Rapper part 2
this next month,
July.
So
Also, don't forget to tell them where they can find you.
Oh yeah, man, Big Swift 562. You feel me? Just look at Big Swift with the $sign though. Don't forget the $sign. And you Google me. I'm a joint.
and same with you, Vic. What do you got coming next? I know you got a lot of great stuff going on. So what
I will give that I haven't really told damn near anybody officially is working on an album. I'm working on an album. Which
let's go.
Yeah, Melrose Plays, like on some like DJ Khaled type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's called Melrose Plays. I got a lot of dope shit on there. Okay.
I get through in the sound effects last minute.
Like, oh, shit, okay.
Wait, that's your second one, right? I mean,
my second one. Yeah, my second one.
I heard you got a bag.
Yeah.
Who said that?
No, we paid for it. I paid for it with my albums. Yeah,
I thought you got like a licensing deal through that.
Oh, for Empire.
Yeah.
The first one, yeah. This next one.
That was a move. At the time when you did that, I was like,
see, that was another
that
thing.
was like a part.
That was another thing.
It was lit. Like, oh, we went to New York off that. Like, yeah. Like, Vic don't know how to make music.
Yeah, shout out
he got
to
a record
Empire.
deal. He looking at us. He looking at the homies now. Like, all right, what do we do?
I got
let's
this money.
Let's get in the
do
studio and
shit.
rap.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be my second one, bigger and better. I learned a lot from the first one.
Sure.
And this is technically gonna be my first solo album. The other one was like as a label, Rosegrown. But now it's just gonna be a Rosecrans Vic album. A lot of features from your favorite producer, one of the best producers of all time. I got him on there.
Let's go.
I got some of LA's best artists like that are out today. I got some new up and coming artists that are on there. I got Big Swift on there.
Come on, that bitch.
Big Swift.
If it's in the budget, can we get like a Scotty's interlude, please?
That'd be hard.
Yeah.
Suburban LA shit. Yeah,
Come on,
that's
the interlude.
That's the interlude. It's like it's an LA album. It's for the city.
Yeah.
For
For the interlude.
We're literally making this
and
album for the city. Like
it's
for the
inspired by my 3 years of living like on Melrose, and just like when I think back about like that time in my life, like me and Big Swift going crazy, going to clubs, going to bars, like
this is
getting
when
in
I was
fights.
single.
Yeah, getting in fights,
Clarify.
fucking, having them lined up at the door after the club, like type of nights, like inspired this album.
Yeah, this
we just
album,
want to put it
Those vibes.
on audio so y'all could feel what we were feeling at that time.
Definitely.
I love it.
Also, don't forget to tell them where they can find you.
At Rosecrans Vic, if you want to find me, you can turn on your radio and then hit 105.
Dad, homies, nigga, just
Everybody
wake up
has
in the
a
morning,
radio.
nigga, and turn your car on.
Yeah,
and
you don't even gotta use.
You
your
don't even
phone
gotta
to find
think
me.
about too much. You
Yeah,
want to
you don't-
hear?
yeah.
You want to hear the homie? Just wake up.
Just listen
turn your
to
car on.
turn on your fucking radio. Turn on your grandma's radio. I'm
man,
on there. You
grandma's
want to hear my
radio,
voice?
man.
Brown bag mornings,
Bro.
every
Wanna
morning.
hear my voice?
5 to 11.
Go in your girl's DM. Hear the no. Listen to the voice memos, nigga. 562 number.
Well, look, Big Swift,
Yeah.
my guy.
Family.
Vic, I love you, brother.
Yeah.
I've loved seeing your journey, man. We appreciate y'all coming up.
Oh yeah, appreciate you.
We out.
Oh yeah.
We out. Appreciate y'all.